He's got a lot of weapons. Josh Barr just received a scholarship offer from the University of Arkansas. One of their sophomore wide receivers. There's a couple good ones. So we'll see if the Brighton D can hold down the Irondequoit offense.
Yeah, so 2 5-0 teams in a possible preview for the sectional tournament coming up in just a few weeks. Can you believe that? We talk about just a few weeks. Sectional tournament coming up.
2 weeks left in the, I beg your pardon.
3 weeks including now.
Yeah, including now for the regular season.
All right, here we go. So kicking off for the Bruins is Grady Hopkin. And back deep for Irondequoit, number 8, Miles Wynn and Cameron Freeman. Jeff, let's see. The last time we did a broadcast here was Irondequoit's game a few weeks ago, and the Eagles got out to such a fast start right off the opening kickoff. They took it up 2 plays and already had a lead, so we'll see what happens. And Brighton allows to squib it right off the bat, and it's picked up by Cooper Moore, who will run it back to the 40-yard line, it appears, 39-yard line.
Cooper Moore, one of the versatile players, versatile athlete. He's a D1 scholarship player going to West Point for lacrosse, just a junior. He's had a couple big interceptions. Interesting strategy there, Sam, to kind of squib kick that and not send it deep to the burners for Irondequoit.
Yep, I think that the thought would be at this point to try to keep it away from Freeman to start off the bat. And as I said, he was capable of that big return like we talked about before. So Irondequoit will take over at their own 39-yard line, a 5-yard return on the play, and we'll get to see Hayden go right under center now. Snap of the game is a turnaround boot for the other side, and Hayden keeps it himself, dodges a couple tackles there, and he's finally stopped at about the 47-yard line. Gain of 7, and he's brought down by Lucas DeSantis, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
So last week, 7 carries for 54 yards for Hayden. In the opener against Eastridge, he had 85 yards. So he can carry if he needs to, but he's got a great arm. We'll see what he can do here.
Irondequoit 2 receivers to the right, and gives the handoff. It's taken by Freeman, and he's going to pick up a 1st down for Irondequoit. So the first down of the game for the Eagles across the 50-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 after a 4-yard gain for the Eagles.
One thing I know is the focus all week of practice for the Eagles is you can't turn the ball over. Turnovers killed them last week against Victor. They gave the Blue Devils 2 drive starts inside the 25, I believe.
1st and 10 at the 49. Again, Irondequoit changing up the running. They'll run it back behind. And now a handoff again to Freeman, and he stopped at the line after a gain of probably about 2 on the play. And call it 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 44-yard line.
Sean Blake, senior, on the tackle there for the Bruins. I'm going to just get out of the way right now and say Barons, okay? I'm going to say it at least once or twice, Sam. Sorry. Old habits die hard. Full house, but
they break out of it. Now 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Now in the gun. Taking a little screen pass. This one is complete to Miles Wynn. And short gain on the play. It's a 1-yard gain at 40 at the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, about 3rd and 4 on the play.
No surprises there for the Bruins. Nice tackle by Matt Heiniger, junior linebacker. He was all over that play, that short gain.
So 3rd and 4 now. Jeff, we'll see what Eagles attempt to do here now with the short yardage that they have. They did a good job last time. Hayden kept it himself. So we'll see. It's time they fake it now. They'll go to the other side to Freeman again. Freeman trying to break some tackles. And he picks up a 1st down. Actually, that went to Miles Wynn. Sorry about that one. And he'll pick up another 1st down. 8-yard gain for Miles using that speed along the left side. Pick up a 1st down.
Miles has had some big games this year against Thomas. He had 141 yards rushing. I've seen that play go for a touchdown a couple times this year, Sam.
1st and 10 for the Eagles now. Hayden was in the gun, now back under center. Here's the snap. And on the handoff to Freeman. Gets out to the 30-yard line.
Winning the battle up front, Sam. That's so key. And that right now, Irondequoit's doing it.
You're getting yards nice on the opening opening time they have the ball on every series, they're picking up 4, 5, 6 yards every single time.
Yeah, he's not getting touched
Nope.
until he's 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 2nd and 4 at the 30. There's a snap again going to Freeman, and Freeman is stopped on the play by Zachary Resignol, and it'd be 3rd down and 3 after a 3-yard gain. 9:08 to go in the opening quarter. The battle of unbeatens, Eagles and the Bruins.
3 brothers on the team by that name, Rosignol, Sam. 3 brothers. You might be calling that a few times tonight.
3rd and 3, under 9 to go. Throwing. This pass is complete as Tatum finds Brian Walker. And another gain across the 20-yard line and a 1st down for the Eagles.
You see the poise, you see the confidence, and they're so speedy, Sam, and they're tall, these guys, these wide receivers, Barr and Walker, that you have to respect the speed, so you got to give them enough space, and it's an easy 5-yard gain.
They can do this with the run or the pass, and you saw this time they broke to the left side, now running the offense from that side as well. And the run motion across. Tatum going under center. There's a snap, little pitch out to Freeman, trying to break to the right side this time, and he's nice tackle there by number 12, Caleb Matthews, able to get a stop on the play there, and it's a 2-yard gain.
Boy, against a lot of teams, Freeman gets to the edge and it's over. Really great pursuit there by the Brighton player, Caleb Matthews.
2nd down and 8 at the 18 now.
Like 10th play of the drive.
There's a snap.
Ooh.
Carried on the play by this time Miles Wynn, who gets pushed back. That's the first negative play for the Eagles offense there. And it'll go back to about to the 19-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 9 now.
A lot of room on the wide side now, Sam.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens if they want to push it back that way. This is one of the most veteran coaching staffs in Section 5 history on the Irondequoit sideline. Look up all the numbers of years these guys have coached.
Snap again. Tatum throwing the end zone, just overshot the receiver,
Walker.
Intended for Brian Walker.
Nice coverage there by number 4.
And so maybe
Noah Wagner.
the first 4th down of the game. So we'll see what the Eagles do on 4th and 9 at the 19. There's the pass. Just missed him just a little long on that one.
Yeah, they're double teaming him, Sam. They're not going to let him beat him. But problem is you got Barr here. You got Barr on the right side. You got Freeman out wide on the right. We'll see now what they're going to do. It's Cooper Moore in the backfield too, Sam.
We're running on 4th and 9. Tatum stepping back and looking. Tatum makes a tackle flag on the play, and Tatum is brought down. As stop on the play, sacked in the backfield by Matthew Heininger and also Luca DeSantis, and we'll see what the call is. It's a hold, it looks like, against Irondequoit, and it'll be declined, and Bruins are going to get the Eagles on downs here, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a long drive. They're going to come away with nothing, and well, are they going to kick or go here, Sam?
It's Brighton ball.
Turn it over. Okay,
declined,
yeah. So they come away with nothing, and that's no good.
It ended up about a 10-yard loss on the play, so Brighton's going to take over at the 29-yard line.
$12 plays, and you come away with 0 points, Sam. But we'll see what happens. What Brighton can do. Nice gain. Nice hole.
Gain on the first play. Running by Brighton this time will be number 13, Gavin Parks. Parks picks up 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2. So the Bruins, with the first time on offense here, run it on the first play and pick up a nice chunk of yards, Jeff.
Huge hole there for him to run through right there. That was impressive by the Brighton line. Both of these guys into the gun a lot.
There's a snap. Another Parks again on the run. Trying to cut to the right side, and he's going to be stopped about the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third down.
He's a slashing runner. You can see when he gets enough room, Sam, he can turn on into another gear.
Yeah, he was able to get about a yard on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 1 here. Big play for Irondequoit here after not scoring the first time they had the ball. Let's see if they can stop the Bruins. 3rd and 1. Long count, now the snap. Run again by Parks, and he's going to go forward through the line, and he's going to pick up a first down across the 40-yard line. It's a 3-yard gain and a first down for the Bruins. So the Bruins move the chains.
Really good play design there. The fake the handoff, the end around to number 4, Noah Wagner. He got the Irondequoit defense leaning and just enough room to pick up the first down. There go the chains.
So we'll be at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Run motion to the right side. Trying to motion again, and they'll get the handoff on the play to Rossignol, and he'll cut the right side and get it across the 45-yard line out to the 46-yard line. Gain of 6 on first down, 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
Actually, really good shoestring tackle there by Christian Freeman, younger brother of Cam, or that could have gone for about 10 or 12.
Job for the Eagles defense here, and this first quarter flying by here, under 5 to go.
He jinxed it. It's all right.
Hey,
happened before this year.
We should tell them about what's going on. That's what I've learned. They need to understand. I was always taught that. That's right. Here's a snap again.
Another
in the middle. And again, it's carried by Parks.
So if you're Irondequoit here, you're going to keep stacking the line here until they put the ball up. Right?
Yeah, it seems to be working, especially on late downs. And now there's only a 1-yard gain on that one, so it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and 3 at the 47 now. Late downs here. Now they run motion again. Here's a snap. Again, the handoff to Parks. Parks trying to cut through. Gets close to the sticks and then pushed back. Did not pick it up there.
Yeah, he's going to be about a yard short.
And it's
he hit a brick wall. He hit a brick wall.
And we talked about it, right? On these late downs, the Eagles defense holding up in that situation. And you saw it right there, bringing him back. And now it'll be 4th and 1 at the 49. And
you got to play field position now. I think you got to punt it. And
it doesn't look like they're going there.
We're going to go analytics, huh? They're going to go for it. All right. Or somebody's going to jump.
There, and they're going to call timeout, and then they might pound it away. Yeah. I think they're going to call timeout and talk about it here. So we'll step aside for just a moment, and we'll be right back at Irondequoit High School. Sam Schreier, Jeff DeVeronica with you. 4th down coming up.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media. When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events.
All right, smart decision there by Brighton. They're going to play field position like I thought. High snap, though, Sam.
Trouble. No, fake. They're going to have to try to hand it off.
He does, I thought. Wow. Forward lateral, yeah, it's blown dead right there. Wow, look at that.
Either way, it was going to be a major loss here. I want to see what happened here initially. I think the snap kind of went high, Jeff.
Oh yeah. He did well just to keep it in front of him. And then when someone was, I think 22 was in his face. We'll have to check it out. He did well. He had to backpedal just to get there.
Wow.
Was number 7?
Driven back.
Yeah, that was Christian Freeman. Christian Freeman was in the backfield. He had nowhere to go. He wanted to get that punt off, go to his right, couldn't do it. And big break here. Now a turnover, really. That's for going the Eagles' way.
We'll see. Irondequoit's going to get a chance to start it up again. Freeman cutting the left side. Freeman breaking tackles and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
He's terrific. He's terrific.
Actually, he did cut across the 15-yard line. 18-yard gain for Freeman on first down, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 14.
They've had a lot of success over the left side, Sam.
Yeah, we
That's
talked about
Barr out wide left. He comes in motion.
the big play again on first down. Miles will run this one, and he'll get stopped in the backfield.
Not very far on that one.
Yeah,
Sam.
71 in on the stop there.
77.
Actually, 77, yeah.
Rosignol.
Rosignol, yep.
Alan Rosignol, 230 pounds, 6'2", and used every bit of it to
You
bring
said it,
down
Jeff. A lot of
McAvoy.
Rosignols on the roster.
3 of them. So now we got what? 2nd and 10. All right.
Here's a snap. Tatum rolling to the left. Tatum will hold on to it. Ball comes loose, and it may have rolled out of bounds.
I think there was another designed run.
I think the ball actually.
You think RPO?
Oh, that was the helmet that came off, not the ball. Okay. I saw something rolling there and then roll out of bounds. So the helmet came off. I saw it there.
Well, if you haven't watched Irondequoit this year, they don't really kick the ball at all for field goals or extra points. So it's 4-down territory almost all the time.
Tatum in trouble again, and he's sacked.
Wow.
Stopped by a host of tacklers.
Caleb Matthews again.
Initial stop, yeah. 8-yard loss on the play, and it's going to be 4th and long for the Eagles.
So much for dominating up front now, huh?
Yep. Big play on
He
there.
came off the outside though. Nice call again by defensively. Therefore, the Bruins.
You did it.
I did it. I know.
Put a quarter.
Yeah, we'll go dollar. Put a dollar on the jar.
$1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's 4th and 17 now.
This is like deja vu. This drive
from the 20.
Just stalls out.
Tatum looking, surveying, throwing to the end zone to the
coverage.
double coverage over the head, reaching but out of bounds.
He caught it though. Brian Walker. Wow. Double covered, went up and got it. OBJ like. What a catch.
Did we get a Moss play there?
Wow.
I think he reached up with the one hand to try to catch that one. Here it comes. Take a look at this, Jeff.
So much pressure. He couldn't do much other than just get it up in the air and give Walker a chance. And Walker comes down with
It was the one hand.
Wow. It was Moss stuff. Odell Beckham Jr., buddy.
All right.
He's the
first. It would be on You Got Moss.
Wow.
That's what I mean. On You Got Moss. That's where it would go.
What a catch. Wow. McAvoy actually did well to get that thing away because he almost got sacked again. Another turnover on downs.
So Brighton quickly gets it back, so a quick series there for the Eagles. Sack brought him out, and it'll be carry for Parks again, who's been running that ball in a big gain on first down, kicking up 6, 2nd and 4.
So we'll have to see the scheme here because if they're double covering him, someone else has got to be open somewhere. So they're going to have to figure that out.
That's incredible he caught that with the one hand.
Even more incredible is the ball was nowhere near inbounds.
Right.
he still got there.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
McAvoy was just like, let's get this out of the way.
Exactly.
Here we go. Our first pass.
Screen. The outside. That's Noah Wagner who caught that one. Gets it across the 35-yard line, close to the 40.
Josh Barr's got to do a better job of tackling there. He had him pinned against the sideline, let him loose.
It's 11-yard gain on 2nd down.
Nice move by Wagner.
First down for the Bruins.
First pass also, I think, for the Bruins.
Yeah, that's right. And with 25 seconds to go, 1st and 10 Brighton. Rolling to the right. Throwing.
Oh!
And it's nearly intercepted. Went right off the hands.
Almost.
It's intended for Noah Wagner.
That's Josh Barr.
And Barr able to get in there and nearly, watch this. It's a nice roll out there for Hopkins.
A little sidearm action, a little Bernie Kosar-esque.
I thought he was going to take off with it initially.
I did too. I thought he was going to tuck it and run.
Yeah. So with 19 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Let's see what the Bruins do here. From the 37, Parks. Parks trying to break some tackles. Does. Spins and stopped on the play by number 17, Eric Torres. 7-yard gain, and that is the final play of the first quarter. So a quarter that featured, two turnover on downs and a chance for both teams to possess the ball 2 times and no points on the board. And we'll be back. Second quarter action coming up from Irondequoit High School on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
The latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help.
Sam Schreier, Jeff DeVeronica back with you from Irondequoit High School as the Bruins on offense, and that's Parks who stopped in the backfield for a loss.
Freeman.
And it's stopped by Freeman on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, speed can work on both sides of the ball, Sam. Great job shooting the gap there by Freeman, getting in the backfield. Good shot there, Coach Leanne. What a great job he's done with this Brighton program over the last several years. Really become a contender every year.
So it'll be 4th down.
So now we'll see that snapper's got to go back and try to put this one on the money now.
This time we know a punt's coming for sure.
Well, now snaps it high.
True.
Or low. We'll see. Punter just took a couple steps back, actually.
Inside. Does get it away, and no contact there. And
Grady
the ball
Hopkins,
will bounce
nice punt.
and go out of bounds.
Nice punt. Avoids the return. And some good composure there.
So the quarterback doing everything. He's listed on the roster as quarterback, DB, kicker, and punter. So there you go.
Utility man.
Yes, that's right. 11:06 to go here in the first half, and a 39-yard punt for Hopkins. And Irondequoit will take over on the 19-yard line, 1st and 10.
Nice to see some players on both sides with some pink socks and cleats and gloves for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Always a good message.
$11:06 to go in the opening half.
There haven't been many scoreless first quarters for Irondequoit this year.
Flag on the play.
They were last week they were down
It's going to be
6-0.
a offsides on the defense, so 5 yards, and Irondequoit will have it 1st and 5. 1st and 5 at the 24-yard line.
As deep as Irondequoit's been in for a starting point, drive start of the game.
There's a snap.
Look
on the
out.
Run. It's Miles Wynn on the carry. Gets it back up across the 30-yard line. Gain of 6 and a 1st down for the Eagles.
Henniger again on the stop. He's everywhere right now for Brighton defensively. Junior linebacker. Doing a nice job tonight for them. This is where I think you could see them air it out, Sam.
Yes.
And
Look for the deep ball, too.
Yeah, you got Walker here out wide left. Barr wide right.
McAveer looking for the call. Tatum goes back under center. Tatum hands it off.
Win.
Off to Wynn. And picks up about 2 yards on the play. Gets out to the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Wynn has had over 75 yards 3 times this year, including, like I said, a season high 141 in the win at Webster Thomas.
This one run by Freeman this time quickly as the Eagles got to the ball. And
if he can get protection, I think you need there.
Yeah.
I think you need to take a shot because they're really crowding the line now, and but it all comes down to protection.
Almost daring to throw there. Remember, they were running that double coverage too.
I don't think Barr's had one thrown his way once, maybe.
Yeah. No.
Be sure and check out your news outlets tonight for this highlights on TV and in your news stations or publications, I guess, if you will, Pick and Splinters. And we see Democrat Chronicle also here.
McAveer rolling. McAveer looking. McAveer trying to cut the side and pushed out of bounds.
Look conservative here.
Yeah. And it's only a 3-yard gain, and now it's 4th down. So, yeah.
I expected more of an explosive game with points. Just goes to show you defense can still win.
The Eagles will punt again.
Walker back deep, the punt, and
Irondequoit to punt from the 35-yard line. One is off. Here's the kick.
Good spiral.
Nice kick. Fair catch is called for at the 33-yard line.
Noah Wagner.
Nice punt there as Wagner pulls it down. The Bruins will go back on offense, and
you won't see a prettier spiral, Sam. Punt, will you?
That's a beautiful kick.
Wow.
Beautiful kick. So now to the 33-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10.
Interesting. 34-yard punt, but it was pretty.
The Bruins will bring it out. We'll see if they continue to pound the ball.
Didn't really give you the Brighton season. 38-7 over Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Pittsburgh 35-14 over Schrader. 42-21 Churchville. 41-0 over Gates. And then last week 31-7 over Thomas.
Here's the snap. Now throwing screen. Complete to Noah Wagner down the left side. And pushed out of bounds close to the 1st down. He's going to get about 8 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 at the 41. Nice game for Brighton there.
It's a chess match here, Sam. It's like someone's going to have to do something different because I think each defense has got the offense figured out. Well, we got wideouts left and right here. Let's see.
There's a snap. Run there and brought down. Gain of 7 again and another 1st down. So 2 big gains for the Bruins on this drive, and they pick up a 1st down close to midfield.
With the success he's had the last couple of years against Irondequoit, that he's also probably been a focal point of the discussion this week for the Eagles.
There's a snap to the left, and now throwing
down.
And knocked down, incomplete.
Starting to move the pocket a little bit. I wonder if based on the pressure Irondequoit has faced, if Irondequoit may be rolling out their quarterback, Tayden. Some changes here defensively. Cooper Moore in.
Most of them. We'll see. The Bruins taking their time now.
Maybe they see something. Maybe Irondequoit's expecting a pass here.
Let's see what they're running out there. And now they run it again, this time carried by Wesley Stirrup. Brings it across midfield, and Brighton will get 3rd down there. It's 3rd down and 6.
Misdirection is working well for Brighton. It's a big 3rd and 6, Sam.
3rd and 6.
See if we can stop the punt fest here.
48-yard line.
Gotta put one up.
In there.
And that's why.
Does hand it off to Parks, who stopped right there. So the late down stout defense for the Eagles again.
Landon Bryan in on the tackle.
And it's going to bring up another punt situation.
Wow. It's like
it's incredible.
The D coordinators have the O coordinators figured out here. Go into your bag of tricks because the usual stuff isn't working. I got the burners back deep again. He went for the sideline last time. We'll see if Hopkins does it again.
Bard Freeman back deep.
He does again. Yeah, they're keeping the ball away from those guys.
There. It goes, rolls and out of bounds. Back out of bounds about the 18-yard line.
It's good coaching. Right? Maybe we're going to sacrifice a couple yards, but we're not going to give up a return.
I mean, that's the thing. Eagles score on special teams quite a bit. Saw it in our last broadcast against Spencerport. They got 2 touchdowns on special teams.
They've got 4 or 5 guys that can just take it to the house. So
Yeah.
Coach Leanne is making sure these guys get less touches, fewer touches. So
Yeah,
smart.
and with the speed, yeah.
And they're definitely taking the speed out on the outside. So
We'll see if Irondequoit tries to try something here. They were conservative with short yardage on third down and then had to punt it away. We'll see. Now back to pass. Tatum looking, throwing along the sideline. It's incomplete. And that was that time intended for Barr. This is the first time they threw to Barr today?
Second
time? Okay.
I think what's going to need to happen is, and I'm no coach, but he's going to have to go to his secondary level receivers because the primary options it's not working. They got it covered, clearly.
2nd and 10 at the 19. See if the Eagles look to run screen, and they do roll. They're going to roll out.
Get him out of the pocket.
Yeah, nice. Complete to Miles.
See,
Miles win along the sideline, breaks 2-3 tackles, and gets it across the 40-yard line. So Miles there taking that one off the bootleg and picking up a pretty good gain.
McAveer's mobile, nice pass, good control here. Gets it over. Oh, boy. 22 almost got his hand on it.
Watch the missed tackle, too. Missed the tackle, and Miles able to spin onto that one and then finally brought down.
Miles Wynn can make people miss, and he can take. That's why they're going to have to move Tatum because
they go back to the handoff to Freeman, who brings it across the 45-yard line to the 47. Gain of 4, and 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles.
Boy, Henniger almost got his hand on that pass. You know, McAveer is looking for a bounce-back week. He was only 4 of 12 last week through the air.
Right.
Easily his worst game of the season. He's been spectacular all year. But then he got it done with his legs. And they're going to need his legs tonight, too.
Now we'll step back to catch the play. Calls it out.
3 for 6 for 33. Thank you.
Snap. Freeman running this one across midfield and stopped across the 50-yard line. It's 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd down and 2.
I think we're in 4 down territory.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Something's got to give, right?
Just to kind of, you want to keep possession here, try to rush it through. I mean, especially with the yard down and distance that they're at right now.
A little option action, yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Tatum faking, rolling off the bootleg. Tatum
going to keep it
looking,
and not get it.
Nowhere to go, and brought down for a loss.
Again, give credit to the Brighton secondary. These guys are covered up. They're covering up the Irondequoit offensive playmakers.
Heiniger brought him down, and Jeff, I think now you may have to punt it away.
Well, yeah, it's what, 4th and 5 or 6,
yep.
dipping in 4th and 2, yeah. Who had scoreless first half on the bingo board tonight? I didn't.
Not me.
5.5 and rolling. Well, not rolling yet, but here we go.
Now who's talking about the time?
High snap for Walker. Not going to go over his head, I'll tell you that. Another
kick. Beautiful punt. Fair catch called for again at the 18-yard line, and Brighton's going to get it there and start their offense from the 18.
Eric Torres was right in front of the Brighton player there on the punt reception. Torres is the transfer. He transferred from Irondequoit to Victor and then back this year to Irondequoit. Great tight shot there of number 55 for the Eagles. That is Owen Smalleen.
1st and 10. For Irondequoit at the 19, or for Brighton rather at the 19.
All right, bold prediction, Sam. Turnover is going to decide this game.
Yeah, that's a good thought. So especially in the snap is made, carried again by Gavin Parks picking up 2, and he brings it out to the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Anthony Major with a big-time play there for the Eagles. 6'4", 230 pounds. He's just a junior, and he was all over that.
The thought would be, which team's going to crack first, too, Jeff? You know, you talk about turnover may decide it, but one team's going to try to take the other team out of what they're doing, and which could cause that turnover. 2nd down and 8. Under 5 to go in the opening half. Here's the snap.
Look out.
And again, but Gavin Parks.
Miles Wynn on the tackle. Nice job
Down
on him.
and very close to a first down, and we'll see. They are signaling first down and winding the clock.
Parks got that one to 3rd gear. Couldn't get into 4th, Sam. But he had some space to run.
So now at the 30-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
I think they have all, Brighton has all their timeouts, too.
The snap,
Reverse.
Off the reverse, it's being carried by Stirrup along the left side, down the sideline, and Stirrup brought down at the 41-yard line.
That's like a 32-yard gain.
I think it's gain of the game here. First down for Brighton.
I think I've said a few times, misdirection.
That
mix
was
up,
it, yeah.
Mix up the pursuit.
Gain of 24 yards. And they
he went out of bounds earlier.
Yeah, they
thought.
took him out
Okay.
a little earlier, yep. So it's to be at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Still, big gain there.
All their timeouts, too. 4:16 on the clock.
There's a snap. Run by Gavin Parks.
Miles Wynn on the tackle there.
Down to the 38-yard line, and it's another 8-yard gain.
Boy, if you are Brighton, you
Chunk
love it. We're gonna get the ball to start the second half, and we have the ball and just take this thing down to the end of the half here. If you're Brighton, you're loving this. Only 2 timeouts left for the Bruins. Beg your pardon.
2nd down and 2. There's the snap. Parks on the run. Parks stops.
Doing there.
Nice play on defense there. Eric Torres again. Gain of 1, and it's 3rd down.
Also in on that tackle. Major again.
3rd and 1 from the 20. From the 37-yard line.
Andrew Long, I beg your pardon, on the tackle.
Yeah, Jeff, this is something I think we might see for.
I would hope so. 3 o'clock, 3 minutes on the
got
clock.
him to jump there.
Yeah.
Really got him to jump on that one, too. Pulled himself back in time. Long snap, finally snaps it with 5 seconds on the play clock, and Parks will run it. And Parks will barrel ahead for a first down.
Interesting. It was like he took a second to figure out where he was going to run that ball. It wasn't a big hole, but he got enough of it to get there. So it's pretty smart to have the patience to know, I don't need much. I just need to find out where the hole is and then get down.
So now we're at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bruins. There's a snap. Faking and then rolling and now throwing and intercepted. Jeff, you called it. You said a turnover would be huge.
Well, they gotta go at the clock there.
They had to convert, but you're right.
Great hands.
You look at the clock, though, but you talked about how Brighton had a chance to run this clock down, possibly score and get the ball in the second half, and the Eagles take it away from them.
We'll see this on the replay again. The ball almost slips through his hands. What a tremendous job of holding on to this one. And great closing speed again. That's Cooper Moore. That's Cooper Moore. At least his 3rd interception this year. He's had a tremendous season. And again, playmakers on both sides of the ball and good speed, good athleticism. Loving the tight shots in the game tonight, guys.
Heck of a defense there. Pull that one down. So Irondequoit now is going to get a chance to put some points on the board and break free first.
Miller Burrows the intended target there.
Well, pass complete to Freeman. Doesn't get anything on that play as he stays in bounds and the clock continues to run.
You need to get vertical, Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to air one out.
Right.
That's.
And now it's 2nd and 11. Why not try? You've got 2 minutes left in the half.
Coach Victor's going to send me an email Monday or Tuesday. What are you talking about airing it out?
And we'll see what the Eagles do here. They're actually taking this play clock down. It's now under 10.
All the players in the box for Bruce.
Faking. Now running it.
Barr on the reverse.
To the right side. Doesn't get anything. In fact, stop for a loss.
Some good pursuit on the other side of the ball this time by Brighton. Nice job by the Bruins defense. 4-yard loss.
Now it's going to be, now it's going to be third down.
Third and like 15 now.
Bruins with 2 timeouts still, Jeff.
Yeah, you'd think they might take one here. We're rolling, 118 and counting.
1:15 to go. Irondequoit taking their time here.
Now, if you're Irondequoit, you just run the ball here and make them take a timeout.
Well, and that's, I would have thought they would probably already.
I think they're going to run the ball.
Yep.
Again, I'm wrong.
Now a whistle, and we'll see. Timeout. Irondequoit used the timeout with a minute to go. And 3rd and 15 with a minute to go here in the first half. No score on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media Sportscast is like you're a pro.
Ball's moving in front. Kesselring wins it! Rex in effect!
Micaiah Benjamin Castle gets it into the box. It got all the way through. Passia with a chance, and he puts it home.
Quick snap. Parks up the middle into the end zone for the Bruins touchdown.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Irondequoit High School. Irondequoit and Brighton.
I say you run here, Sam. You want to make them use the timeout. Walker's a good punter. We'll see if I'm wrong again.
On 3rd and 15.
Yes, I am.
McAveer
throwing.
There
it is.
Whoa!
He's got him.
Got it.
Oh!
Just missed it.
Had a step.
And Walker was there. And now it's 4th down with 53 seconds to go.
Let's see this one again. I thought maybe if he'd gone airborne, he could have hauled that one in. Let's take a look.
Wow.
Good arm by McAveer.
He had a step on it. Oh, wow. Just a little long. So with 53 seconds to go, Irondequoit's going to have to punt it away.
That's
and Brighton
the one.
will
And
have it with 2 timeouts.
Walker's to be huffing and puffing back there punting. He just sprinted 60 yards that way and jogged 60 yards back.
Irondequoit to punt.
No pressure at all.
On away.
Another
away
fair catch.
at the 50-yard line, and it will be a fair catch at the 50. So with 46 seconds to go, Brighton has it after a 22-yard punt, 27-yard punt, rather.
2 timeouts, is that?
Yeah, 2 timeouts. Right? 2 timeouts. So Brighton still with a chance to put it in.
Our guy John Garino down there getting some tight shots on the sidelines. Great action.
Another Mets fan, by the way.
Too many Mets fans.
A lot of it.
Joel, do something about that, will you? Sam, we'll tell the folks. Come on, where were you last night? Where were you been?
I was at my house.
Okay.
Oh, no.
City Field.
No, everyone doesn't know. Shh.
Okay. Sorry.
Here's the snap.
Oh,
wow. What defense there. Cutting right through as Ethan Heath knocks him down.
Ethan Heath bringing the heat. Wow. That's the brother of former Algerta Rochester Player of the Year, Ryan Heath. Sam?
44-yard line. I was just going to say that. Yeah.
So now what? Brian's just going to let this thing run out.
I think at this point, you might as well. Play clock's about a half a second off. They are going to roll up.
I don't know. Beware of they're just the fake out here. They're going to just throw along.
Snap.
Yeah, wrong again, Jeff.
On the run goes Parks.
And that's it.
And that will take it to the end of the quarter. Jeff, scoreless first half.
Wouldn't have seen that one coming, Sam.
No. So Irondequoit and Brighton are scoreless, the battle of the 5-0 teams. Second half should be fun. We'll be back with more on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
Ball's moving in front. Kesselrig wins it! Rex in effect!
Micaiah Benjamin Castle gets it into the box. It got all the way through. Passia with a chance, and he puts it home.
Quick snap. Parks up the middle into the end zone for the Bruins touchdown.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
Ball's moving in front. Kesselrig wins it! Rex in effect!
Micaiah Benjamin Castle gets it into the box. It got all the way through. Passia with a chance, and he puts it home.
Quick snap, Parks up the middle into the end zone for the Bruins touchdown.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
Ball's moving in front. Kesselrig wins it! Rex in effect!
Micaiah Benjamin Castle gets it into the box. It got all the way through. Passia with a chance, and he puts it home.
Quick snap, Parks up the middle into the end zone for the Bruins touchdown.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
Ball's moving in front. Kesselring wins it! Rex in effect!
Micaiah Benjamin Castle gets it into the box. It got all the way through. Passia with a chance, and he puts it home.
Quick snap. Parks up the middle into the end zone for the Bruins touchdown.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream events. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or
Sam Schreier, Jeff DiVeronica with you at Irondequoit High School, the Varsity Media Sports Network. No score between the Brighton Bruins and the Irondequoit Eagles in a game that we thought was going to go exactly this way, Jeff.
Yeah, exactly right. These teams averaged 37.2 and 37.4 points per game, and the defense is winning out. Check this out. Total yards for Brighton, 93. For Irondequoit, 80. Rushing attempts, both teams have 21. And the Bruins have 74 yards rushing, and Irondequoit just 43. And Brighton's got to cover that. Wow, that is a live ball. Number 4, Wagner.
Take a look at the stats for the first half, Jeff, and you can see. Look at the statistics straight across. 19 passes, first down 6 for Brighton, 21 attempts, 74 yards for the Bruins, 93 total yards. And look at the Irondequoit side, 32 passing yards, 45 rushing yards, and the total offense 80 yards for Irondequoit. And just the one turnover.
And they couldn't do much with it,
Could not.
It wasn't enough time, and they were too deep in their own territory when Irondequoit got that turnover. So we'll see what Brighton can do. They take over first, Sam.
There's a snap. Give it to you, Evans. Parks again, rather. And Parks is bottled up at the line. Doesn't gain anything on the play. Second down and 10.
And I mentioned the offenses and what they've done this season. We'll credit, obviously, to these defenses. Irondequoit's allowed 17 points a game, and Brighton just 11.2. They did allow 21 points against Churchville, but that was a blowout. Other than that, it's been 14.77 and a shutout for the Bruins.
Second down and 10, and the snap. Gain for Parks.
Yeah.
Try to shuffle around a few times and able to pick up about 2 on the play. Third down and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Irondequoit did give up 38 points in what turned out to be a blowout, really, at Webster Thomas, and then also gave up 29 against Spencerport in another game that was, I think, 26-0 at halftime was a blowout. So a couple of the games. Take a look.
Bruins will roll to the left side, trying to cut the sideline, and brought down was Hopkin, and picks up 3 yards and brings it to the 26-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Who's leading in punts tonight?
Either way, I know.
Wow. Battle of the punters. Yeah, this should be good field position for Irondequoit. Again, very smart. Let's see if they kick it away from these, punt it away from these guys again in the back. Barr is deep, and probably Freeman.
Here's the kick. Snap is low. Kick it'll be a bouncer. It takes a bounce at midfield, and it just kind of comes to a stop, takes a little bit of a Brighton bounce, and it's going to be downed at the 43-yard line, 42-yard line, and then Irondequoit will start there. So first time for the Eagles after a minute and a half of possession time for the Bruins there to start the second half.
32-yard punt, Sam. And that one actually was a little longer, would have been returnable, but it was smart for the Irondequoit guys to stay away from that. All right, what do you think, Sam? You know I'm a Riverboat gambler. I take my shot right now, first time out.
Yeah.
No, you won't happen.
Fair. I knew you were going to say
that.
Well,
Walker, they'd send Walker a bar deep again. They had Walker open on that, but it's not going to happen on this play.
Long. And they'll run it with Miles.
And that's a loss.
Bottled up in the backfield. Backs out of the 40-yard line. Lost
again,
2.
Great job by the line of the Bruins right there, getting into the backfield.
Second down and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Some of the road graders for Irondequoit are getting the job done tonight up front. Just takes one, though, with these guys. You give them one hole, and they could go and take it to the house.
All right, second down here. Tatum takes the snap. Rolling to the right. Try to cut the corner. Throwing and incomplete. And that was...
It's funny. He's been rolling a lot to his left.
Yeah.
That one to the right. Got a great arm. But he overshot.
Just kind of went a little long on that one.
I mean, I think the pressure from Brighton is forcing them to move this pocket.
Yeah. So bring up third down. Third down and 12 at the 40.
Future Eagle players there serving as water boys.
This double camera work today.
Fantastic.
Oh.
What a product here from Varsity Media. Nice
The
fake.
pass again, and this one's time he's sacked.
Didn't fake anybody out.
Brought down.
Wow.
Kind of went to the right again. He was just looking, and you're right.
Second sack for Caleb Matthews.
7-yard loss. Here we go. Take a look at this. Watch this come in there. Look at that. Around 2, and just gets in there, and Matthews brings it down.
Jeez, he beat 2 defenders to get to the quarterback. Beat Miles Wynn, and he beat number 44. Nice job, Tobin. Holy moly, what a job by Matthews.
So it's 4th down and now 19.
Wow, the yardage is shrinking even more.
There's
Total
a
yards
punt.
now
This is
for
another really good punt here. This time, no fair
Returns it.
catch.
Returns it.
Turn this one. Left side. Down there. Has running room, and that gets pushed out of bounds. Cross Eagles territory. And in fact, gets across the 35-yard line. Yeah.
Wagner again. He's been very patient tonight waiting for it. He finally got one he could return, and he did a lot with it.
Said no fair catch this time, and just a little bit of space there. 30-yard return. Look at this. Look at the room there. Across the 40, 35, and then finally pushed out of bounds.
Nice job by Wagner. Wow, good blocking, too, by his guys up front. Great drive start here for the Bruins. Best of the game.
Takes a snap. Gonna run it to the middle. As that time Parks will carry.
So based on the fact they lost 9 yards, Irondequoit now has 71 yards of total offense.
And no points either side.
Stunning.
Through almost 2.5 quarters.
Well, great opportunity here for Brighton. See what they can do with it.
2nd and 6 at the 30. Snap. Again, Parks carries. And again, Parks stopped at the line. Able to pick up about 3 yards.
The handoff out of shotgun's tough because he has to start from a stop there. He's not moving like a handoff if the quarterback was under center.
So you're taking 1-2 and then pop. 1-2 and then pop. Yeah, and I think in this situation, if you're Brian here, might as well going to go for it 4 times.
If they need to, who knows? I mean, they just gained, 4 and 3 yards. Another 3 would do it.
Wishbone set here. Snap.
He's got it.
Parks again, pick up the first down and more.
And maybe
Parks
all of
still
it.
on his feet. Parks towards the end zone, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at about the 1 or 2 yard line, it looks like. He has a 26-yard gain to the 2 yard line, and the Bruins have it 1st and goal and knock it on the goal to draw first blood here with 7:41 to go in the 3rd.
Good blocking up front, and he did the rest. Wow, 52 had a nice block there for Brighton. Let's get him named. Xavier White, nice job up front blocking.
There's a snap. That one carried by Jaden Leon. Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's the coach's son.
From that Pittsford coaching tree. Man. 2nd and goal now from the 3, so 1 yard loss on the play. So essentially going to have 3 plays to try to punch this in. Snap again.
Same play they
running,
just ran. That's a
it's
touchdown.
on, and it's in
That's a
for
touchdown.
the Bruins touchdown.
I think that's the same play he ran 26 yards with.
So the Bruins do draw first blood. They score and lead it 6-0. So the defense backed Irondequoit up, and that big return set things up nicely.
Try to kick this here.
And we talked about the first return he's had of the day set up this touchdown.
Yes. You know what? The other kicks, the punts with Walker were so good that it's a good thing he didn't try to return them.
Here's the extra point is up, and the kick is good. So 7:02 to go here in the third quarter. 7:02 to go in the third. It is Brighton 7 and Irondequoit nothing. Jeff, look at that score.
He was into the end zone before he was even touched, so good blocking up front. Same exact play that they ran to get it down inside the 5.
Yeah, so let's see if Irondequoit, once they try to do on offense, to try to match things. And the Eagles really
well, it was a 35-yard drive, so
yeah.
they had great field position because of the return. So tremendous. Spending some time here with the tight shots on the Brighton sideline. There's Parks catching his breath after the touchdown run. What a career he's had, not just season, what a career he's had for the Bruins.
.702 to go. Bruins to kick it away. Cam Freeman, Miles win back deep.
Certainly more urgency now for the Eagles trailing. Haven't trailed much this year at all. They trailed last week. And I believe they may have trailed against Webster Thomas, but they've pretty
Briefly,
much blown everybody out.
They kick it away.
Great set of hands by Cooper Moore.
Moore picks up. Hurdles. Kind of, wow. I want to see that back on the replay here, but he jumped over and able to bring it back 12 yards. And watch this on the replay.
He's got great hands. He's a lacrosse player.
The pickup.
Nice scoop.
Watch the jump. He just jumped over his man.
Well, you would expect a lacrosse player to be able to scoop up the ground balls.
Yes, that's right.
But he uses his hands here, not a stick.
On the 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
I think he's committed to West Point, Cooper Moore. Yeah.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line. There's a snap. Carried by number 9.
I'll tell you what.
Freeman.
It's one of the longer games of the day for them, for the night.
Gain of 8, 2nd down and 2.
2nd and 2 is the throwing down, says Coach
let's
Carden.
see.
He's like me, he's wrong.
And
First
on
down.
the run.
Freeman.
Another first down for Irondequoit. So Irondequoit.
A little wake-up call for the Eagles?
Yeah, trying to answer here. As they pick up 6 on the play. 2nd down. Or, sorry, rather, 1st and 10 from the 42.
Coach Anacino, Coach Prinzi, Coach Fichter pulled the guys in. Coach Giesler and said, hey, it's now or never. Let's go.
All these names that you're saying, it's like an all-star staff here. There's a snap. Freeman on the carry, spinning, and gets close to a first down. But he's going to pick up about 7 on that play.
Yeah, the guys up front got the message, Sam. We can't let these guys can't run if you want to give them some room. And the big boys up front are giving them some room.
The Eagles pick up 7 on that play. They'll have 2nd and 3. Tatum under center. Tatum backs up, hands off. Freeman again. Freeman barrels ahead and picks up a first down for Irondequoit. Gain of 6 again for the Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
For some credit here, Sebastian Reed Miller up front.
This might be the best Eagles drive we've seen today.
The first drive of the game, they moved the ball pretty well. Owen Smalling up front.
Up again.
This is Win, I think.
This one, Miles. Yep, Miles carries. And you use that speed on the right side. And Miles able to pick up 5 and brings it to the 24-yard line.
Brady Callahan, a wrestler, he's up front too for the Eagles, trying to pick off these names as we go. Colby Morozic, nice job.
Snap again.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, Win the carry. Again, Win with a spin move.
Different mindset here. These guys are fired up.
And the Eagles pick up another first down, another 6-yard gain. 1st and 10, Eagles. At the 17 with 4:48 to go.
Yeah, the boys up front got a message.
Freeman to the end zone for the touchdown. Cam Freeman spun off a tackle, and the Eagles score, and they've cut it to 1. So we saw no scoring for almost 3 2.5 quarters. Brighton scored. Irondequoit answered right back on their first drive.
They nearly doubled their offensive output on that drive for the whole night. 56 yards, 7 plays. Thank you, Mr. Oklubja.
The Eagles are actually going to set up and
They
go for two.
That's how they do it. Freeman's the
Direct snap. Freeman, Wildcat.
he
Freeman.
hesitated. He ain't going anywhere.
And
now.
Freeman brought down.
Didn't see a hole, hesitated, and they was done.
And he's stopped for the 2-point conversion attempt. 2-point conversion attempt is no good. So 4:39 to go here in the third. It's Brighton 7 and Irondequoit 6. And Jeff, quite a drive there for the Eagles.
Sam, do you have any eligibility? Could you go down in there and kick?
You don't want to see me kick. You don't want to see me kick.
Well, he got loose. Freeman looked like he was bottled up. He just kept going and got loose. What, 23 yards? 18-yard touchdown run.
Nice, and just spinning off the tackles, able to avoid that and just go in.
Well, after a first half of no scoring, we have back-to-back scoring drives here. Unbelievable. Can't predict this stuff.
And touchdown for Freeman. So we'll see.
Credit to the guys up front, Sam. I think I hit them all. I think I hit them Callahan, Smalleen, Morozic, Reed Miller. They were terrific.
Brighton now still in the lead, though, 7-6. Irondequoit went for 2.
They don't have a kicker, Sam. So
They have seen that. They have.
Well,
they just don't use it very much. But yes.
there you go. They haven't really needed a kicker this year, let's put it that way. They needed him tonight. They might need one tonight.
So we'll see what kind of field position Brighton ends up with. They end up with that really good field position to score their first score of the game. And it's a low kick. And this one fielded by Wesley Stirrup.
Oh, boy, he got outside.
Stirrup, a cut to the right side. Stirrup still on his feet, trying to spin off. And the Eagles able to bring him down before he gets across the midfield. So 2 cutbacks, brought it down the right. A 31-yard return for Stirrup, and the Bruins will take over 1st and 10, the 48-yard line. Take a look at this. Watch the move here. Stirrup just saw that. Saw the opening and kept going.
Well, a great punt return set up the first touchdown for Brighton. We'll see what a great kickoff return does here. Wow.
So special teams plays. One of these teams trying to stay unbeaten, move to 6-0 on the season.
2 games left in the regular season after this week. Class A's filled with a lot of good teams. Canandaigua, East, Monroe.
There's a snap. Carried it by Gavin Parks and stopped by Irondequoit. That one stopped by Sebastian Reed-Miller. Loss of 2 on the play. This will be a 2nd down and 12. Second and 12 at the 45. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. And he'll run it again with Parks, who runs up the middle and spinning across the 45-yard line. And
now the Brighton line, give them credit because now they're opening up holes.
And it's going to be 11-yard gain, so it's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll see if the Eagles can make a defensive play here, but you'd have to think it's 4-down territory right now.
Zamir Tooks with some good blocking. Sean Blake.
There's a snap. Parks moving through and pushes the line and picks up a 1st down. Gain of 5. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Xavier White up there up front for Brighton. Nice job blocking. Moving the chains. 3 minutes rolling here, 3rd quarter, Sam.
There's a snap again.
Direct snap.
It went right to Wagner.
Slipped.
And Wagner fell over at the 45, so it's going to bring it back. Loss of 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 14, or 2nd down and 16.
Tough break there. The Dewey turf here. Irondequoit got him.
2.5. Play clock ticking, and Brighton taking their time. Leading by 1.
I don't think you can run out of this one. They're going to have to put the ball up here. This play will determine it.
Takes a snap and gives to Parks, and Parks is stopped again in the backfield for another loss on the play. Another 1-yard loss. It'll be third down and 17 now.
You think you have to throw it, right?
Yeah, we'll see. Calling for the throw, but
he looks pretty good rolling to his right and throwing the ball. See if they roll him out again.
Try. 1:48 to go here in the third.
Cooper Moore's terrific back there. Safety.
2 receivers to both sides. There's
Pressure
a snap. Stepping back to throw. Screen pass is complete and stopped at the 45-yard line.
Great tackle.
Down by
Samuel Thor.
Yeah.
Sam Thor, great tackle, because I think there was some room to run. Great call, actually. They brought the pressure. They got the pass off, but the wrap up on the tackle by Thor was key.
So at the 45-yard line, the Bruins are going to have to punt it away.
Hopkin again, and now I don't think he'll punt this one out of bounds. He didn't punt the last one out of bounds. He went right up the middle.
There's a snap and a kick, and this one's pretty good.
Watch out if you're
so
on
get down.
It's a good roll.
Bruins bounce, and they'll stay right with it. And it's down at the 6-yard line. Yeah, it looks like about the 6 or 7-yard line. So Irondequoit with 43 seconds to go in the third will have it at their own 6-yard line.
Zach Rossignol with the curling move there.
Out of 39 yards.
Well,
so Eagles scored the last time they had the ball. So they're probably their
go.
most efficient offensive drive last time.
Long way to go. I'll say it again, right? Take a shot right here, Sam. Just say that every first time.
Every time.
No, I'm just kidding. No, they had a lot of success running on the last series, so I expect them to keep running the ball here. And the big guys up front did it.
There's a snap.
Anthony Major, good blocking too.
You're trying to get
fouled him up there.
Land stopped because Freeman was running that one. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line. And the Eagles could
be the last play, but they're going to run a play, looks like.
Let's come over. They are going to run one more play.
Freeman.
It's a run to Freeman again, and Freeman stopped.
We're going to 3rd and 6 when we come back.
Yeah, another gain of 2 on the play. So 3rd and 6, and that will take us to the end of the third quarter as the clock will expire. And we'll switch sides and get started in the fourth quarter next. It's Brighton 7 and Irondequoit 6 on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media. When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to the Varsity Media Sports Network at Irondequoit High School as we start the fourth quarter off a screen pass. That's complete to Brian Walker. And
that's a first down.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jeff.
Controlled pass. Got about 7 or 8.
There's an injured player.
Looks like a cramp.
Down on the field. The officials timeout.
All right, that's big for Irondequoit. New set of downs to get out of the hole a little bit here. Controlled pass play. Still attending to the player on the sideline. He's getting up now, I think. And he's going to walk it off. Good to see him up. That's one of the stars of the game,
yeah,
Matthews.
Able to walk off on his own power.
With the 2 sacks.
Yep.
But how does that factor into the next couple plays if he can't get back in there too quickly? One of those great pass rushers for the Bruins is not in there.
So on the play, before the injury, the Eagles were able to pick up the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 Eagles. At the 19, 1st and 10. And they're quite in the traditional black uniforms. There's a snap, carried by Freeman. Gain of 2. Gonna be at the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
All kinds of room on the other side of the field here.
Yeah.
Tight to this side. We'll see what happens.
I think they marked it like a 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Snap again. Rolling.
Barr, good move.
Throwing and completes.
Walker again.
Yeah, on the sideline.
Really good route there. He really sold it and turned right around and caught the ball. Nice delivery by McAveer too.
And good job to see it. Step down, get the foot down
jab,
before it. Yeah, watch. Saw it, foot down, and then perfect. An official saying catch as they get it down.
Nice job. Now you got to wonder if there's a double move coming up, Sam.
You're waiting for it.
Well, now that the defender saw that, the next time they need it, maybe he does a double move.
It's bunch. Now look at the handoff.
Ooh, what a hit.
That's carried by Miles. Win. Stop on the play, Zachary Rossignol.
Rossignol, yeah, that's a terrific hit there.
2nd down and 8 from 36.
Someone's going to go to 6-0 tonight. Numbers don't line up for a tie, so I'm pretty confident of that. Be right on that tonight at least.
Snap again. Win with the carry across the 40 to the 43-yard line, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. This looks like 3rd and 3 after a 5-yard gain.
Nice blocking up front by big Andrew Long, 6'4", 310-pound senior.
10 minutes to go here in regulation. Here's the snap. Ball's on the ground, and it was picked back up. And immediately touched. Cooper Moore picking it back up.
Wow, tough break there.
4th down.
Got to kick this. Got to kick it.
4th and 2 coming up for Irondequoit, and the Eagles will step back. And they're not. Hayden stepping up to the line. Let's see if they're just trying to draw him off.
Yeah, they're not going to.
Looking.
Then again, I've been wrong all night.
Play clock at 6. They do run it. Freeman, and he's stopped.
Well, that'll be an interesting one for the reporters to ask him about afterward. We'll see what. Now it's up to the Irondequoit defense. Wow, I'm really surprised. By the way, have we seen a penalty flag tonight?
Officially. Could you have waited till the end of the game, or before
I thought I saw one.
But yes, there has been a penalty flag. Remember, there was that. There was the decline penalty.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Really well played game.
And it'll be 1st and 10. They're gonna measure actually, but I definitely think he was short.
What? Yeah,
They're in measurement. I didn't think it was even close.
I thought they got a good spot apparently.
Yeah.
Joel, can we see that again?
Let's see.
So they marked him just shy of the 43. Okay, let's see this again.
Let's see. Spinning.
Maybe there's a second effort under there we didn't see, but I guess he stretched out at the end. Okay. Wow. That was
The Bruins.
well. Now it's on the Eagles defense.
Yep. And let's see. You know what's going to happen, right? You know who they're giving the ball to here.
Parks left, Parks right.
Parks middle. And it's
Parks right,
to
and
the
he's
right
got room.
side. Along the sidelines, Parks with the run, and
Exactly how you want to start that
finally
drive.
pushed out of bounds near first down.
The great drive start inside of Irondequoit territory, and Parks great yardage, 8 yards on the first down.
Gain of 8. 2nd down and 2.
Boy, they'd love to chew some minutes and get some points here.
There's a snap. Parks.
Same play,
Parks
good cutback.
spinning. Parks still on his feet and then brought down. It's going to be close to the first down. He may have picked up about a yard. Yeah, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up.
Good cutback by Parks, but Irondequoit defense was there. Huge 3rd and 1 here.
There's this Parks looking. Parks and the snap.
He's got it.
Parks carries
still
it
going,
and picks
wow.
up a first down and
Burrowing through a
stayed
wow.
on his feet for, 4 or 5 more yards.
Some really tough running by Parks. Well done. Wow.
Gain of 8, it's 1st and 10. Ball's at the 26-yard line.
Wow.
So they run for this time. Takes a snap. Handoff. Running through. Spinning. And
Wow.
another first
Wow.
down.
Wow.
Parks
What a run.
down to the 11-yard line. And the clock will move.
Well, we'll see. I'm
Still
sure the Eagles don't want to give up any points here.
7:40 to go.
Wow. Some really great running.
Calling in. Parks, what a game he's had. Hopkin.
A lot of time on the play clock, too. They're very, again,
Parks.
you can see their experience here.
Parks is on the right side this time. Gives it to him.
They got it
Parks
this
is
time.
bottled up. Good stop there for the Eagles.
That's Jaden Leanne and the other back in the backfield, but they're going to Parks. Wow. Yeah, Hopkins the kicker, and he looked pretty good on the extra point.
2nd down and 11.
Should be all Parks all the time.
Here we go. Hopkin calling for a play clock at 6. It's the snap this time.
That's Leanne.
Yeah, Leanne going on the right side, and Leanne is bottled up and brought back and kept in bounds. He gives it to the 8-yard line as Cooper Moore gets the stop. 6:20 to go, gain of 4.
Well,
It's 3rd down for
I don't know if you do
Brighton.
kick a field goal here if they stop them. Right. Right. They're gonna go 4 downs here. Which might dictate this play call too.
7 on the play clock. There's a snap. Handoff. Parks trying to cut through, spinning, and now he's down to the 5-yard line.
This could be like 4th and 4, Sam.
Yeah.
This is it.
It's a big play here.
5.5 and rolling.
Either way, you score, Irondequoit's going to have to answer and get a 2-point conversion. Or you don't score here, and Irondequoit's probably still going to have to go to the length of the field because they're going to get a
Reed
touchdown.
Miller and Major going in, a couple of big boys up front. Clearly expecting a run here. Be a heck of a call if they did a little pass, wouldn't it?
And Bruins will call timeout with 1 second on the play clock. 5:09 to go here in the 4th quarter. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media Sportscast is like you're a pro.
Ball's moving in front. Kesselring wins it. Rex in effect.
Micaiah Benjamin Castle gets it into the box. It got all the way through. Passia with a chance, and he puts it home.
Quick snap. Parks up the middle into the end zone for the Bruins touchdown.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
And 5.
Back here at Irondequoit.
Parks.
4th and 5. Parks.
Over the right side.
It's the stat. They're throwing, and Brighton will get it in for the touchdown.
Wow, what a call. What a call. I did say it before the break. I don't think I said it into the mic, though.
Noah Wagner.
The man who set up the first
pass,
touchdown
yeah.
with the punt return caught a big pass there and a nice throw from Hopkins. And what a big play call on 4th down for Coach Leanne and his offensive staff. Wow. Tremendous. We'll roll this back again, Joel. What do you think? That was a nice play. Let's take a look. There might have been. Miles Freeman was a little upset that there wasn't a holding call.
There's the kick. It is up.
It's an important one,
and
too.
it is good.
Well, Irondequoit would go for 2 anyway, so.
Yep, so it's an 8-point game. 5:02 to go.
Another short field. They've scored touchdowns on 35-yard drive and a 43-yard drive. Yeah, it is 14-6, yes.
Flag has been thrown. It's going to be a sideline against. It's going to be not sportsmanlike. His Irondequoit picked up the.
They may have felt like there was a holding too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a.
If you roll it, Joel, could we be able to see that one more time? You're going to see Freeman. He's trying to get out to get to the receiver, and he can't get there.
And let's talk about the
He's all in
flag
pink.
too. Watch this.
Right there. He's got his hand in the air too, I think. Right? You see him raise his hand?
So sideline warning only. So no.
At the 5-yard line. There's a good stop.
there.
Good job,
Yeah.
Joel. Freeman raised his hand like see. Yeah, I think. All right.
So he was actually all the way out. He was lucky that they didn't get on sportsmanlike because Bilbo threw the flag. Yeah. And he was out there yelling at him pretty good. But either way, Bruins will kick off. Actually, I don't even think it's a sideline warning. The ball has moved up to the 40. So.
Well, maybe they'll actually try to get in the end zone, and the Irondequoit guys will return one. They should squib it, yeah. You may hear it. You might know the voice, folks. That's the legendary voice of Chris Carden. People know that voice.
All right, here's the kick. It's long.
What about? No,
And
it's
they
in
run,
the end
and it will go into the end zone for a touchback.
Wow.
Nice
Good
kick
job.
there. Right into the corner, 60-yard kick. And Irondequoit
zone. Well,
is going to have to go 80 yards.
5 minutes, plenty of time for the Eagles. But the defense of the Bruins have been terrific tonight.
Irondequoit's going to need 80 yards plus a 2-point conversion. Down by 8 with 5:02 to go.
Yeah. Yep. I could see him open this thing up.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Get some chunk yardage here, then maybe you
Tatum giving the handoff.
Freeman bottled up.
Freeman on the run. And just a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down, 8 from the 22. And they have an injured player for Brighton on the field. An official's timeout.
He's up. He's up.
And he's back up, yep.
I don't think he wants to come out, but they're going to make him come out. It's 56. Called his name a few times, Sean Blake. He's going to come out for a play. He'll probably come back in there. Replaced by 74, Zamir Tooks.
Clock is running, 4:40 to go.
Brighton in position.
I have to
here
think
go
Irondequoit's
6-0.
got to try to throw here.
Well, the other thing is because you want to stop the clock. You're going to roll right.
They
Here
will
we go.
roll. Tatum looking. Tatum
Nothing
throwing.
there. Yeah, threw it
and
away.
nobody there, just throws it away.
Get
It's
double
3rd
coverage.
down.
Double covered on Josh Barr, flying up the right sideline here.
3rd down and 8 for Irondequoit.
Well, if you've been holding the play in your pocket, now would be the time to use it. Then again, I mean, you kick it away if you don't make this? I don't know. I think you have to. This deep, this would be ending the game.
Well, you still have your timeouts, too. You're
Yeah,
just going to have
I
to play defense, and you're only down 1 score. There's a snap. Tatum throwing. Has a man and incomplete. Knocked away. Double coverage again.
Boy,
Yeah,
tough
it's a
chance, but I tell you what,
Walker, yeah.
Walker probably would want that one back. He got his hands on it. And, you know, if they do get the ball back again, Sam, they could do this all night. No one can go up and climb the ladder like Brian Walker.
Yeah.
Like, he's double covered, but he's not double covered because he can jump high enough. So if they get the ball back, I could see this happening again. He's going to have to go back and punt now.
Yeah. So Brighton's going to have pretty good field position here, and they'll have a chance to run.
He's a little shaken up, Brian
At least
Walker.
make a run. Yeah. Here's the punt.
Oh,
there's away.
should get a good roll. And it
And
does.
makes a nice bounce.
Wagner's going to take it.
Running along the side.
Oh!
Wagner's spinning. Big hit there.
Good
and
job holding on to the ball, young Mr. Wagner. Wow.
Able to spin out. So Brighton ball.
Those are the kind of hits that jar the ball loose, but nice job by Wagner holding on to that thing.
Return of 8. And it'll be 1st down at the 42.
So I think if you think back on this now with the athleticism of these receivers and the smaller defensive backs, I could see some jump balls here, and something if they were to meet again, they take advantage of it because there's not a lot of size in the secondary for the Bruins. But it all starts here. If you're Irondequoit, you got to stop them and use your timeouts. It's going to be run here, Mr. Parks.
1st and 10. So Irondequoit's goal here, trying to get Brighton not to score 1.
That's the play
There's
that's worked.
Sparks again. Sparks is the spin.
That play has worked all night. Well, not all night, but the second half it's worked.
Spinned it across the 50-yard line out to the 49. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. So, Jeff, you got to make them use their timeouts here.
Right side of the line is doing a terrific job.
No timeout on this one, but if they pick up a 1st down, you're going to want on the next time they have it.
I thought that was going to go for more than 2 yards, to be honest with you.
Second and 2. It's got to come up with a stop here.
2nd and 8, but
there's a snap and a 1st down. As Parks carries again, so 1st down and the chains will move. Gain of 6.
2 more first downs, and this one's going to be all but locked up.
And now Irondequoit will use timeouts. So Irondequoit uses their first timeout. With 3:12 to go here in the fourth.
Coach Battaglia calling the guys in.
On the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Defensive coordinator.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck. Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
Ball's moving in front. Kesselring wins it! Rex in effect!
Micaiah Benjamin Castle gets it into the box. It got all the way through. Passia with a chance, and he puts it home.
Welcome back to Irondequoit High School. Brighton here. Off a timeout, trying to put the game away. Leading by 8. Hopkin looking as the play clock down under 9. There's the snap.
Good yardage.
Run by Rossigal. Timeout, Irondequoit.
Yeah, they got one more now left after this. And
second down and 7.
3:05 on the clock. More importantly, they got to stop the ball carrier.
So second timeout for Irondequoit.
Gain of 3.
So Jeff, we're just a couple weeks away from the sectional tournament, and very interesting how it's going to all line up.
Oh, another
we'll
great
talk about
shot.
That in a
Look
second.
at this.
Look at this. Watch that play. John Garino down in the field there.
That was the first touchdown. Opening drive, the second half.
The professional cameras going today. Yeah. So yeah, Jeff, just a few weeks away from the sectional tournament, and we talked about A. We talked about A East, Monroe, Canandaigua, Brighton, Irondequoit.
Yep. It should be interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. They got to get a couple more stops before it's a punt. But they haven't been able to stop them in the second half.
Second down and 7 for the Bruins. The snap.
Rossignol again.
Ball carrier, Rossignol.
Breaking
all tackles and picks up another first down.
That's huge.
Gain of 10 and a first down.
Some of the Brighton guys are celebrating.
Bruins starting to feel it.
Well, now if Irondequoit were to get the ball, if they were to get the ball back, it's not going to be much time at all. And I don't know. You got 4 downs to work with here.
You can almost run it down all the way. You can almost run it down, especially with the play clock. So it is with 2.5, and now the clock is moving.
Yeah, they're gonna if they were to stop them and get it back, they'd get it with under 30 seconds left.
Here's a snap.
It ain't gonna matter.
Run again by Parks. Parks along the sideline, and another first down, and that might do it.
It does. It'll do it unless there's a mistake and somebody puts the ball on the turf. This one's over.
Irondequoit's going to use their final timeout, though.
Brighton comes into Irondequoit and powers its way to a win. Big-time 4th down call for the 6-yard touchdown pass. Really well done by the Bruins here.
It's up there.
Brighton ranks 4th in the Democrat Chronicle poll. Irondequoit 7th. But
tell them about the state sports writers.
25th in the state for Irondequoit. Here's that 4th down play to Wagner, and a terrific play call, and it's a touchdown. Irondequoit did want a holding call. You see Coach Victor there pleading his case, but obviously it's not going to happen for the Eagles tonight. barring some sort of disastrous finish here for Brighton.
The Eagles are going to drop to 5-1. Brighton will remain unbeaten at 6-0.
Give credit. This Irondequoit offense. It's rolled over a lot of teams this year, averaging, like I say, with 37 points a game, and they held them to 1 touchdown here in the second half. Tremendous defense by the Bruins.
There's a snap on the ground.
We're talking about putting the ball on the turf.
And
wow.
They're able to hold on to that one. That was
took
almost.
His eye off. I think he was.
Yeah.
Going to try to get the handoff there, and
luckily able to recover there. They're losing 5 there. 2nd and 15. 2 minutes to go. But they're only going to probably have to run
Parks.
A couple more.
Parks and Hopkins just kept. Yeah. Smart play though. Just cover the ball and not try to pick it up and do much with it.
Here we go again.
See, now you just can keep going backwards if you want. You can keep taking knees.
Snap, Parks on the run. Irondequoit can't stop the clock. And 2 knees might actually do it
that's
here.
It. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, it is 3rd down.
Well, they're going to snap it with just under a minute.
I think they had it timed out just enough. Yeah.
They don't want to give up the ball here and set himself up for like a bomb for the Eagles, but they can't run it out.
Let's see what they do here.
Probably have to snap it. They're going to have to snap it again. Or he could just run in the end zone.
To the 1, and he slides down with 47 seconds to go, and that's a first down.
I know. I would just take it in for the touchdown, then it's a 2-score game.
That will do it.
I guess you wouldn't have to snap the ball again if you scored a touchdown.
One more snap, just take a knee, and it's all over.
I think that's just maybe watching too many of the pros, but wouldn't you want it to be 20-6 right now and not have to snap it? I don't know.
The Bruins 1 knee away from 6-0.
Joe Pisarcik. Yeah, I get it, but I don't know.
And there's the knee.
That's okay.
And the Bruins improved to 6-0, Jeff.
Certainly closed the game a lot faster. Congrats to the Brighton Bruins. Coming into Irondequoit, really, really big win for them, 14-6. And, close game, but, certainly they made a case to themselves. They were the better team tonight in many facets.
They were able to, the first half stayed scoreless. The Bruins able to capitalize on their chances. Irondequoit did match it. And big drive to end this one. And special teams, the Bruins were better on special teams today, setting themselves up with good field position and able to capitalize for the victory. So Brighton improves to 6-0. Irondequoit at 5-1. And the Eagles will look to get back in the win column next week.
No one except the Bruins thought that the Bruins were going to come in here and hold Irondequoit to 6 points. But credit to Brighton because that was pretty impressive defensively to get this done and get that win. Real impressive for Coach Lee and his group. And what a job by Parks running the ball tonight and his line. Give him some credit. They owned the second half up front.
How many yards did he end up with?
We're checking that right now with probably over 100.
Yeah, we'll get his final statistics before we sign off here because that's a big one there. Just wanted to say thank you to statistician Kim Bartala.
She was fantastic.
John Carino on the field camera. Who's up top today, Joel? Who's up top today? Chris Van Kampen up top and John on the field. Yeah, great job.
So to finish off the regular season, Brighton now will play Spencerport next week at home, and then they finish off going to Victor. Shockingly, the Victor Blue Devils are 1-4. And Irondequoit will finish up by playing at Churchville next week on the 18th. And then they host Gates to finish off the season. Those are two teams that Brighton has beaten by a combined score of 83-21. So as we wait for the final totals here.
We'll see.
But Parks was terrific.
Yep, and we hope to bring you another broadcast maybe during the sectional tournament. We'll see how it stacks up, but
got a varsity media broadcast next week.
We do. Volleyball. Monday, right? Is it Monday?
Two-time defending Section 5 champs. I believe it's Tuesday.
Tuesday. 189
Wow,
yards
that's more.
on 39 carries.
Busy guy. Wow, I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was that many yards and that many carries.
Yeah.
Well done. He's really terrorized Irondequoit. How many? 213 on the ground for Brighton.
213 yards total offense. So for Jeff D. Veronica, I'm Sam Schreier, producer, director, big-time graphics man, replays, everything, Joel Belfazer.
The brains.
Thanks for tuning into the broadcast. Brighton Bruins improved to 6-0, winning 14-6. Sam Schreier here, signing off on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Have a great night.